shut up, baby dick. Oh God. All right, so
Made a little. I got a little jingle that's gonna pop out for.
You get through the memes that Max sent the other day.
yeah, that shit had me dead. Fucking shut up, baby dick.
Yeah, the fucking synthwave memes.
All y'all fucking convinced that this is it. I'm gonna kill y'all. That's why he's making medieval style coins. We're going to the main campaign.
No, to put over our eyes at our fucking funeral pyres.
That actually makes sense. Shit.
Send us off Ragnar Lodbrok style.
Didn't he die in a cage? Or was he dropped in a hole?
Know.
I think he died in a cage.
Don't ask me.
No, I mean the TV show. He did not.
Never watched it.
Yeah, he did not die a very peaceful way or nice way. He got. I mean, his shit was pretty brutal. I mean, granted, I think that's how they wanted to go out. It was brutal and barbaric, but. Yeah, I mean his was the show kind of went downhill for me right there when he died, because it's like, okay, all right, so
that's how they get to Valhalla in like the old Norse religions. Like there's no glory in dying a peaceful death.
The show should have ended there. I think, I didn't need to see his fucking crooked ass crippled leg kid or the other ones that really seem to not matter. The chick that played the Shield Maiden, she was pretty good. I enjoyed her character. I enjoyed seeing her character kind of, evolve into the, the leader, so to speak. It did suck when she died,
yeah, but it's like Dragon Ball. They peaked with the Stealth Saga.
Yeah, you could go take that shit somewhere else. Motherfucker.
Okay, I'll just take my autism somewhere else. Then.
Yeah, they peaked with the Cell Saga. Cell Saga was fantastic, but I did enjoy the Boo Saga. I think the Boo Saga was it was instrumental, giving us Vegeta's sacrifice, and then at the end of the Boo Saga, it gave us Vegeta showing respect to Goku. That I did enjoy. There was a lot of filler in there that was just kind of unnecessary, but I'll be honest, that motherfucker was so goddamn dangerous, but he was just so stupid. It's just so goddamn funny at times. He's like, boo, I make you cookie. It's like, wait a minute. This motherfucker that could destroy planets just like, oh, I'm going to turn you into a cookie. What happens? The Demon King gets turned into a fucking cookie and gets eaten. I mean, fucking hell. And then, then you got that argument. Don't even get me started on that argument. Welcome back, everybody, to the argument that is not going to fucking happen as to which Boo was strongest. Was it Kid Boo or fucking Boo-Han? We are not getting into that argument because we don't want to have that conversation today. Jesus.
Master! On the left and Slacker on the right, two idiots who masturbate all night, talking about nothing at all, just throwing shit at the wall. This tavern's got no atmosphere. Ever since we stepped in here, pull up a chair and pick up a drink, 'cause we got topics that'll make you not think. Master B.A.T.R cast.
But welcome to the Master B.A.T.R cast. It's our 10th episode, and oddly enough, we have another guest. It is Carnivaro, or as some of you may know more recently, Hummy Cans, or if some of you have been listening for a while, Piddy or Henley Kesef. One of those multitude of wondrous characters that he has played.
Honestly, all amazing characters in their own right.
Oh my god. Don't even get
What's
it.
up, fellas?
Don't get Axel started on fucking Tenley Kesef. Fucked his
No,
character.
here's
I
the
gotta
thing.
tell you,
I say,
gotta tell you- I just got to tell you, D. Piddy is going to be. He did make me, have you guys promise that he could plug one of his tracks. So he is going to be making an appearance at some point here.
oh boy.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so Navarro, Richy, I'm just gonna call you Richy because you don't care if your name's out there, right?
Yeah, Richy, that's what I go by. Stitchy Richy.
All right, cool. Cause yeah, I get tired of using your aliases. So yeah, tell us about.
Honestly, I'm so confused now. I don't know what to call you guys. What should I call you, boss?
You can call me boss or Corey, that's fine. Or Big Daddy DM, right. You know.
Okay, and the gentleman from Ohio?
First of all, fuck you. You can call me Slacker or you can call me Nick, which is my real name. I don't care at this point. I'm not anybody that needs to hide my fucking identity. Or you can call me that one weird fucking autistic kid that we let him and his brother play with us for some reason.
That has a Chromebook.
I don't use it for fucking recording, if that's any concern.
You're definitely a very valuable member, and I love D&Ding with you. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I enjoy playing with you too. Like honestly, I know that we all shit on each other a lot. That's our sense of humor, but like honestly, I think we've known each other long enough for me to say this. I don't think I'd rather have another group of guys that I play D&D with.
Yeah, I've been telling I've told Corey a couple times, like I'm really grateful that we found you and your brother, because it's a lot of fun playing with you. I agree. A great group of guys, best group of guys, possibly the best group of guys we could ever put together.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, every time we record a podcast episode, every time I record with Corey for the podcast, or I'm sending him like the fucking AI songs for Yori's discography, or the stuff for the Fallout campaign that I made, or we're recording ads, or we're just playing, we're playing through a session. Like I always tell Max, like, bro, I can't wait until I record next, like whether it's a session or recording ads or doing the AI song stuff. That's a lot of fun. Like everything that I've done with you guys up until this point has been so much fun, and it's really lightened. Like I was in a really dark place like a year ago. I think it was about what, like 9 months ago when I first messaged you, Corey. And like I was in a really dark place, and like not just D&D, but like getting to know you guys, and you know, having people that I can joke around with and stuff like that. Like it really helped me out of that place, and I'm in a much better headspace now, and it's unlocked my creativity in so many aspects, not just in D&D and role playing, but like writing short stories, writing lyrics for my own music, and just a bunch of other stuff. Like it's brightened up my life so much, and I honestly can't thank you guys enough for it, and I'm looking forward to playing a lot more with you guys.
Awesome. Yeah, it's good for the mental health to have a crew or a community that you belong to, man. It's you don't feel so much like an outcast. I've been there.
Well, and I was gonna say, it's always good to get outside of your head, get outside of your own head, because yeah, you get to a point where you got nothing kind of really going on, and you just start getting in your own head. That's the worst place to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Been too many days there, you'll never fucking get out.
It'd be like, oh man, well, time to go back to when I was 13 years old and had that really embarrassing experience, and that is the catalyst of how I ended up where I am today.
Yep.
That's basically it. That's the
right,
worst
but
part.
Enough about unresolved trauma.
Let's talk about some unresolved trauma with Tenley Kesef.
Yeah, so
I'm going to tell you about the time I was molested. No, I'm just kidding.
No. So I do want to ask, I mean, Corey, should we get into his earliest characters first, or should we go straight to Hummy?
Yeah, let's talk about the first character he has, Carnivoro.
Okay. I'm just gonna make a quick note too for all you out there listening. Nick touched on making AI music and that sort of thing. We've made a lot of fucking awesome songs about other characters that we have, the wasteland that we've been in, the D&D worlds that we've been in, and they're fucking great. I am going to be posting some. Honestly, I've been slacking. I should have posted some of these already to our YouTube account. So we're going to have even more content for you. I know some people out there are like, "Oh, we don't like AI," and you made that with AI. It's trash. And I completely respect what Nick and Corey said on the one podcast where it's like, "Hey, look, man, we're just trying to make something good." I'm a little bit shorter with my response to that. I said, go fuck yourself. If you don't want to listen to it, don't. And I say that with respect to all my fans.
Yeah, that's the long and short of it. Like, we're not going to make any money off of this. It's not about that. It's just, I mean, I'm working on getting money together to. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say no to money, but
he's like, I'll take money if you're going to throw it at me. I mean, if you're going to really throw it at me, I'll fucking take it. I mean, I'm not going to say no.
I'll shake my hips a little bit, do a little fucking do-si-do.
My fucking AI song goes platinum. Man, what the fuck you want from me? I didn't make it platinum. They did.
Yeah. Well, beta who?
But yeah, like we're not, our fucking prime directive with this isn't try and like make a quick buck off of conning people on AI music or anything like that. It's just, we don't have all the money to get like music programs and shit. Like I'm working on saving money right now to get Cubase, the newest version of Cubase, because iOS has like anti-pirating software, and a lot of their more recent models of laptops and the most recent iOS update, I think, has like anti-pirating stuff. So if you use like pirated software, I'm not saying I ever have, any government bodies that might be listening, but
wink, wink.
With pirating software, yeah, wink, 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 nudge, nudge. But like with Cubase, this was when I had an even older laptop, but it was a Mac. But it was one of the fucking bricks, the ones that weighed like fucking 8 pounds. Like you could fucking kill someone with it. It was from like 2013. But like I couldn't export any of the stuff that I had made in there because I was using a pirated version of Cubase, and the new version of Cubase was like $150, and I had no money at the time. And now Cubase is way more expensive, and I'm still trying to get the money together for it. But first I got to fix my truck because my shocks are going out, and my steering box needs to be replaced soon, and all that stuff. So I got to worry about the important stuff first. But once I get that program, I'm going to start learning to make music, and we're not going to get rid of the AI music completely because it is fun. It's just fun, but it's definitely going to be more fun to make stuff authentically too. But, until then, we're just using the AI music to have fun. And
the two people who make the music are me and you, and we do it because we love it. I mean,
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Sending songs back and forth to each other, listening to them, laughing our ass off. Some of the ones you make too are maybe not as funny, like directed towards being funny. I mean, you make some that are just fucking badass.
Well, lyricism has always kind of been my bag. Like I showed you guys a few weeks ago, like the vocal tracks that I recorded at a friend's house for like the country hip hop stuff that I write, because I'm fucking white trash, but I love country and I love hip hop. Put the two together, And I recorded that like a year ago.
I love that song. That was great.
Well, and at the same time, we're not gonna.
It was serious. It was real. It was like you were talking about you and shit. I liked it. It was like telling your story.
Well, and it's not like we're gonna, not put a disclaimer in there letting people know, like, hey, this is AI generated. Like we're never. I think it goes back to the thing that you had said, Nick, that we're not going to try to pass off something as our own. Like, oh, hey, we were in the studio doing this. Same with the art. Like, oh, I was in GIMP doing this, this thing for 700 hours, and here it is. Like, I have no problem saying like, yeah, I used AI for the images, 100%.
Yeah, that's my thing too. I use AI. I write all the when on the song basis. Like I write all the lyrics, and then AI turns into a song for me. If you don't like it, fuck you. That's the way I feel about it, honestly.
Yeah. And I don't have a problem with AI art either, but I do commission artists a lot, like the art for the podcast. Actually, I commissioned. Me and Corey commissioned. And then I don't think I've ever shown the character art for Axel anywhere on the channel. Maybe I could send to you, Corey. You could post it on Twitter or something for Kitty HP1 or anyone else that wants to draw fan art and wants references, because I would love at one point for everyone to have official art, and I will definitely help fund that if need be.
Well, we have your art. I mean, it's what's it called? It's on the Pit Boy, so it's a green, green thing.
Oh, that's totally right.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's where like Kitty HP1 got the references from. Is it a perfect fucking picture? No, because it's it's supposed to look like it's on a Pit Boy, so it's the parts that should be green aren't green, and it was a bitch to try to get all those pictures to kind of match up proper, but it is what it is. But yeah, I could post that on the Twitter if you're happy with it. Yeah, I definitely can.
Oh yeah, I love that piece. Yeah, and then I'm helping Max. I mean, I just asked him this morning, like, hey, I would love to help you get together with an artist and commission something for Graft, because I could tell he really likes that character, and I would love to see him get art of it too. But anyway, we've gotten away from the point.
Yeah, I sidetracked you guys. Sorry about that.
No, it's good. That's how every one of these episodes go. It's like we'll record like 2.5 hours, and then we'll have to cut out like an hour of it because we just keep getting sidetracked. But we can keep this in, right?
Yeah, I don't see any issue with it. But
every story requires a half-hour side story.
But
by another 15-minute side story.
But tell us about Carnivaro, the character, in the Solidia campaign.
Yeah, so Carnivaro, that was like my first dip into D&D, I believe, Corey, other than maybe like a one-shot or two.
No, that was your first character ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we did have a one-shot though, where
well, and that was
tried to kill everybody.
Well, that was your character. That was Carnivaro.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to create a character with kind of like a dark, bad backstory. And I don't know if I explained it very well in the storytelling. It was my first dip into it, and I think anyone who follows the channel and has watched my characters, I'm at my best when my characters got some sort of like a funny side to them. And I don't do that to like take over it and make it a total comedy, but I do enjoy having a character who's got some depth to him. I really dive into the character, so I don't, even the decisions I make, even if it's going to harm my character, I try to be true to my character and what he do. I'm a big fan of when you talk about movies and TV shows and shit. I love the bad guy. I feel like the bad guy is always what makes it. Even like wrestling, the heel, he's the guy who puts the asses in seats. If you really want to see that guy get his ass whooped. So I tried to make my character kind of like a bad character with a backstory that's really dark, but I don't think I really played it really very well.
Well, let me ask you this:
he's still alive, so.
Let me ask you this: did you enjoy playing the character the way that you did?
I did, yeah, I did. I definitely enjoyed it.
Then you played the character well. At the end of the day, that's what D&D and like role playing, like tabletop role playing, is all about. It's just making sure that everybody's having fun. So as long as like anything you do doesn't ruin someone else's fun, and the record, I don't think that you've ever done that, at least in any of the games that we played together. You've never ruined my fun or anybody else's, from what I can see.
Let me get the list.
So
no matter how hard I tried.
I spoke too soon. Oh fuck.
Let me get my reading glasses on. All right.
I think I ruined Corey's day the last time we played, but hey.
What day when you were busting my balls about the 6 seconds?
Well, not only I got pissed off about the trying to run to the door, I got pissed off about a lot of stuff. I was all fired up.
Yeah. That was
our little argument about the price of eggs between me and
Aurelius. Yeah.
Supposed to call him Aurelius. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking yeah. That one was I haven't posted that yet. I was actually in the process of editing it, just listening through, kind of seeing what needs to be cut and what doesn't need to be cut. And yeah, I could tell you were getting a little pissed off at me. And you're just like, oh,
Yeah,
6
I think
seconds,
I
huh?
apologized though. Like,
Oh, you
I
did.
apologized
You did.
before the session was even over. I knew I was wrong.
No, it didn't matter because I didn't take the shit personal because I mean I get it. You had a plan in mind, and the plan couldn't go as wanted because there's rules in combat. There was
I didn't take that into consideration, so I know for next time anyway.
Well, and there was a lot going on and a lot of fucking juggling that happened, and then fucking straight up like a wild ass pull. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil anything because by the time this comes out, the episode still hasn't come out yet. It'll be coming out on Thursday at 3:30 p.m. California time, Pacific Standard. But
maybe there was a TPK, maybe there wasn't. We know Boss was trying for one. I know that.
Shit, I tell you, when I don't try to TPK you guys, I don't try to actively kill you because it's just like, if I'm actively trying to kill you, then I mean, how much fun is that? I like to give you a challenge.
Can you hold on? Can you hold on for one second? Now I got to get my list.
Oh, this fucking guy.
This dude came with a rebuttal.
He said, hang on, I got a list. But no, I mean, I don't actively try to kill you guys because there's no fun in that. It's better just to give you guys a challenge. If you guys fail the challenge, you guys failed the challenge. You guys damn near failed the challenge, several occasions. But then, you guys get either an ass pull, or if it's just like, I kind of feel bad, let me ass pull it here and save you guys, which I think this campaign for sure has been showing me I need to stop doing that. Like, you guys need to ass pull, not me.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I can ass pull to make a story make sense, but I shouldn't ass pull to save you guys. Because then that's killing your guys' fun.
You have given us a lot of breaks though, which I do appreciate because I'm super excited about the Fallout campaign and I hope it doesn't end anytime soon. But like I think part of it is like, at least for me, kind of what Richy was saying earlier about like how he gets involved in the character and he just he doesn't want to act out of character, because that's not fun for him. It's kind of the same way with me. Like, I some people might say, Hummy, or was it Kieran or Hummy that shot the Minutemen?
It was Hum. Well, no, it was Axel that shot the Minutemen first, but Hummy had put the plan in motion.
The gun in his hand.
Yeah, put the gun
in his hand. I thought I made the first shot, but maybe it was.
No. You had put the gun in his hand. You were just like, because you, the player, got a little impatient because everybody was talking it over, and you were like, "Oh, fuck this shit," Let's. But
I will
let's
say,
light this candle.
Yeah. I get sick of There's one thing that happens that I don't like is when we've got a decent sized party now. It's like usually 5 players, right? 5, maybe 6.
It's
I hate when people fucking make up their mind about something and then change their mind and then change their mind back again. It's like,
well, but that's
my
the thing.
characters are usually pretty decisive.
Well,
they're not trying to like listen to all that shit.
Well, and look what happened. You made a choice and you stuck to it while everyone was arguing, and you put the plan in motion, and it bit you guys severely in the ass.
But I will say, I'll take the bullet for this, because even before that, if I'm remembering right, the whole reason that we even felt comfortable doing that to Minutemen was because that the Diamond City Guard wasn't there. Because I basically told him to fuck off because I tried to extort him for money to get his dead friends. So I'll honestly take the bullet for saying, like, I kind of set the stage. I didn't put the plan in motion per se, but I did act on what Hummy was kind of hinting at me to do. And even before that, I kind of set the stage for the cards to fall where they did.
Well,
because the Diamond City Guard was there. But and now the campaign's going in like 12 different directions.
But it
And those
also,
Minutemen were acting really shady, if you remember, too.
well, they were acting mean. They were assholes. That's really what it was. But
Now they're dead assholes.
well, but the thing is that's the beauty of, having 5-6 people at the table is everybody has some input. And granted, things went down the way they went down, but if you get into a situation where you're like, all right, let's kill these assholes, and somebody goes, well, hang on. Why? Why should we kill these assholes? Well, because I want to kill these assholes. Then you're going down that route of, being a murder hobo, where you're just like, I'm just going to kill anybody that I just want to kill. They were assholes, yeah, but killing them was, a bad choice. However, it was a choice
We
that
may
was
have
made.
overreacted a little bit, okay? Sometimes
Yeah.
people shoot people. It's what happens.
You know what, Corey? If you feel that guilty about it, write a letter to their fucking families, okay?
I don't feel guilty about you guys killing them because I'm not the one that's on the fucking run. I'm not the one that's got to hide from their death squads.
Here's what I'll say. Do I as a character kind of regret, or do I as a player regret things going that way? Kind of, yeah. Does Axel regret shooting those Minutemen? Absolutely not. He doesn't like how things are shaking out, but he could kind of see the writing on the wall as soon as it happened.
Well,
but he doesn't regret doing it.
Well, the thing is how many Minutemen has your character killed? How many innocents has your character killed? Yeah,
there's that too.
Hummy with, the player may not give a shit, but Hummy would be like, okay, well, tactically we're fucked because now we're on the run. We're at a disadvantage. Now we've got to keep watching our back. Any settlements that have been friendly are now most likely not going to be friendly. And they may not be immediately shoot on sight. We may get a warning, but others may be shoot on sight. And not having a place to lay your head down in the wasteland's dangerous as shit. And trying to survive out in the wasteland without a roof over your head, that's dangerous as shit too. But
we do have allies too, though.
Who?
Didn't the governor get us out, or the mayor, or the whatever?
No, it was Nick Valentine, the detective.
Not really. I wouldn't call him kind of an ally. He wants us to figure out what's going on. Because I think he kind of smells. Valentine smells that something's not quite right either. But at the same time, even if those Minutemen were like mind controlled or they were spies or whatever, we still did kill 3 Minutemen. We got a lot of legwork to do to try and
No, there's pictures. There's pictures of you guys gunning them down. Yeah, that's the thing that they caught Nick Valentine off guard was why was there somebody taking pictures at that point in time at that location right as you guys were gunning down Minutemen? That was the thing that even in the recording, Nick, I would say, I have my own questions. Like, yeah, he knows who they are, but he has his own questions about how, why, and nobody could answer him. So obviously he had to come to you guys because somebody wanted you there. Somebody wanted you guys to possibly gun down those Minutemen or at least get a picture of you harming them and frame you guys for something, or at least have evidence of you guys doing something. That way Diamond City turns their back on you at the very least.
I will say I am definitely looking forward to the opportunity to get to do some sleuthing down the line, because I feel like so far we've only recently started to take like a more stealthy approach. And even then, it was right after we killed the 3 lawmen basically.
Yep.
But and it didn't really work out because when we were down the sewers, we still had like a head-on fight with the Reavers. But I'm looking forward to like some fucking crime noir, like sleuthing and figuring shit out. I love logic puzzles and stuff like that. Even if I'm kind of stupid some of the time and I can't see the forest for the trees, I do love when I'm able to put shit together.
Well, and that's the thing is you guys haven't had much wandering the wasteland. It's just been kind of point A, point B, point C. now that we're off the rails and we're off the pages, you guys are going to have a lot more time to, I guess you could say, adventure around, that kind of stuff.
Side quest time.
Pretty much. Granted, Nick Valentine's still going to give you, jobs to do, like, hey, go here, investigate this, see what's going on. And you guys owe it to him because he did save your lives. All your characters, you may not, you the player may go, well, why the fuck would I want to do that? Well, you owe it to the guy. He did save your life. He saved your fucking neck. Now, is it going to be like a, hey, you're my bitch, dude? No, nothing like that. Because,
but,
me personally, I would be curious as to why somebody was there at that moment in time taking a picture.
I will say, for my own, I'm not going to speak for anybody else, but for my own character, Axel kind of understands quid pro quo. It was a big thing, when he was in the Ford, it's like, hey, do this and I'll give you that. Of course, the consequences were immediately more severe if you didn't do something for a fellow raider, but Axel doesn't want to owe anybody, so he's not going to wait on hand and foot for whatever Valentine says. But if he's gonna be okay with the idea of like, yeah, we should probably check this out if this guy says that this is somewhere we need to go. So I'm still gonna play in character, but I want to do it in a way where it makes sense for the character, but I'm also not being like, no, I'm not gonna do that,
And Richie's sitting here going, wait a minute, I thought we were talking about Carnivaro and my characters.
I was actually going to try and steer us back to that.
Right? So...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, don't be sorry. We got sidetracked. We got on that conversation. Corey, I think Corey's trying to...
Well, I was just going to...
push me to make smarter decisions here, but...
Well, and that's, that's a conversation for another day. You're playing your characters. And that's the thing. You guys play your characters how you want. It's not my vision for your characters. I may say, now, if you tell me, like, for instance, if Axel's just like, oh, hey, I'm turning over a new leaf and, I'm doing this, that, and the other, trying to be a better person, and all of a sudden, you get sucked into some shit. The player gets sucked into some shit where it's just like, hey, let's murder this camp of people. I may step in and go, well, why? Why would Axel do that?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of shit. But no, I think you guys are playing your characters fine.
I think Hummy had a very good reason to shoot those fuckers down. They were acting shady.
I think Hummy
most of the crew was pretty split on whether they should kill him or not.
You did outright fucking before you even got to meet these guys. You were like, so should we kill these guys? So they don't shoot us in the back. I don't want nobody just to shoot us. Like, you didn't even get to meet these guys. You were already like, let's kill them. Let's feed them to the fucking birds. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were like, they locked other people in that went in there. Like, they basically like sentenced people to fucking doom.
No. They were up there. No, they were up there guarding the top, making sure nothing comes out, which was basically, whatever that
even was. The ones that came in.
Well, the ones that came in turned to ghouls. Which means that
these people might fucking lock us in there, and then we die.
They didn't lock anybody in there. They just made sure nothing comes out.
I think he's just saying that was Hummy's thought process.
Well, I think Hummy needs to listen a little bit better.
I think Hummy needs to lighten his load more often, if you know what I mean.
Man, get a little light in the loafers. Stop thinking about the lore so much.
Hummy connects the dots.
Hey, connects the dots to fucking stroking it,
Yeah, connects the dots with fucking ropes.
Yeah. But so yeah, Carnivaro being your first character, you wanted to play him.
Really, I didn't know how D&D worked. I was kind of I want him to become like a villain sort of deal, and he's not the villain. Like, this isn't a story where I get to be like the guys the guy that they're fighting, that the rest of the team is fighting. So
Yeah.
I didn't realize that some of the directions I wanted the character to go were kind of not gonna be possible. Um, like Axel said, I had fun playing them. I don't think I did anything like horrible or ruin the story or anything.
No, no, no.
I wanted it to be a little more. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I like things to come out like exactly how I plan them, and this is a game of chance, so they don't always do that.
Well, and it's very much a game of you may have a plan, but just be prepared for shit to go sideways all the time.
Yeah, and now when I think of my character, instead of like, this is how I want my character to end his story, I don't think like that because I know I'm not really going to be in control of that. So I was like, okay, well, this is what I can add to my character to make him a little more interesting. And then I just play the character by who he is, and chips fall where they may. And I'm having a lot more fun doing it that way.
So, and I was going to say, so you are in control of how you'd like your character's story to end. If it goes that way, perfect. I mean, nothing more satisfying than, a character getting the ending that you wanted. But there's always that chance that it doesn't go that way. I think Carnivaro as a character, for it being your first character, I think, we're going to see more of, you taking the experience as a player and bringing it to that character Carnivaro, when we get there. Because, I mean, you have at least 4 or 5 characters under your belt. Yeah, fucking. And speaking of, well, let's talk about Tenley Kesef, Axel's favorite.
Yes. I do want to say before we move on, I'm really looking forward to Tenley. But before we lose the strand, I want to comment on something that you said, Corey, about how it can be frustrating to things not to go the way that you kind of envision them. I will say, I think D&D or just tabletop RPGs in general are very good at teaching impulse control and like critical thinking and planning, and understanding. Like TTRPGs are a lot different from, because when people play any sort of game, usually they think of in terms of winning and losing, right? With D&D, there is no winning D&D. It doesn't matter how many nat 20s you roll and how much damage you do. Like, the winning is not. And you might think like, oh, beating the main bad guy, ending the campaign, like, yeah, but like, ending with a victory, it doesn't automatically mean winning, right? D&D at its root, collaborative storytelling. And if you think of it that way, instead of, oh, well, I have to beat these enemies, I have to win. If you think of it instead of we're telling a story together, it becomes immediately so much more enjoyable. Granted, in the heat of the moment, and I'm guilty of it too. I'm very guilty of it too sometimes. It can be very easy to lose grasp of that. So I never try to blame anyone for kind of losing sight of that, because it's very easy to when you're in the heat of the moment, combat and stuff like that. Or like a situation that isn't going.
I think that's the lesson I learned with Carnivaro. Like, it's a little bit, it is more fun when you're just trying to tell a story.
Like, that's why when I roll Nat 1, I might sound a little pissed, but honestly, I kind of just laugh it off. And that's also like the when Karen was reading Axel's lips when they were in the bar. That's why I had in the whole thing about like the fancy lad snack cakes, and then there was a whole bit that sprung from that. I feel like all the jokes and like the really like just super beloved bits and jokes between us as a party that we have, and even some of the viewers too. It all stems from moments like that where you kind of just take a step back and say like, hey, we're telling a story. Let's have some fun with it. Whereas if you were in the middle of a video game or something that you thought of in terms of winning or losing, you wouldn't take the time to do that.
No.
I think that D&D is very beautiful in that way, in that it fosters so much personality, so much further beyond just what's written on the paper.
I agree.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so, because yeah, I mean, if we and that's why I'm very happy that we're off the books, or off the book. I could still use it. You
sound so relieved to be off the book, and because you're like, the way that you kind of spun the story to make it more approachable from a different angle for us. Like, I can tell that you're a lot more interested in it than just reading from a book. And I could say for my own piece, I'm definitely more interested in it too.
Yeah, I'm not good at reading. I'll be honest. I'm terrible at reading. Like, I mean, I know how to read. Don't get me wrong. I'm not illiterate. I just don't enjoy reading. I don't enjoy reading somebody else's vision for
all these funny letters on the pages. I just can't read them good.
Honestly, I do think we should give some flowers to Boss. You're an awesome dungeon master, and also like I know that it probably sucks that you have to make the sacrifice all the time of not being able to play a character because you're always you're always being the dungeon master.
To be honest, I don't. Thank you.
That's for you.
To be honest, I making like player characters. I mean, it's fun, but it's not. It's really. It's not really my thing. I'm not gonna lie. It's not really my thing. Like what was it? Malik. Malik was fun to create. He was all right to play, but it's one of those things where it's just like, oh man, the spotlight's on me. I'm not a fan of that. I like it when you guys have the spotlight where you guys get to shine, and I just throw the random bullshit from behind the cover or behind the curtain, at you guys. That way, you guys get that moment to shine. But I mean, it doesn't bug me being DM. I mean, it's fun playing as a player character, but there's so much that comes with it that I'm just like, I'm really not comfortable with. And I think that comfort would come. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you.
Well, you're really good at it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I can always get better, and I'm gonna, try to get better. So
that's the thing. Like our collaborative storytelling, as we've learned to mesh with each other, and we've learned each other's like conversational quirks and stuff like that. Like not just the six of us in the ragtags, but as along with you as a dungeon master, like things flow a lot easier, and I feel like our collaborative storytelling has gotten so much better as a whole, and it's just going to keep getting better.
Well, and yeah, sure. That's the hope, is that we get real good at it to where it's just, I mean, it's effortless. I mean, it's effortless now, I think. I mean, we still do kind of, take a second to pause and go, okay, what would my character say? But we're quick with it.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm skipping ahead to Hummy again, but I think one example of that was when we were...
oh my God, we get it. You love Hummy.
We had Axel in that cell, and I'm like torturing him. And it really was cool because I wouldn't have had the balls to do that earlier on when I hadn't really known you, Nick, because I don't want to piss you off, But I knew that you'd play it well, and we could just play it together. And really, basically, I came off like the asshole that Hummy is, and you got a chance to just like really tell your backstory and really kind of look like the badass that your character is, because you're sitting there getting tortured and you're not giving up shit.
And I do hope that I do hope that me like not budging on like telling you anything, like I didn't know anything anyway, or Axel didn't know anything anyway, but I hope that me not budging on that, I hope it didn't seem like I was trying to make your character seem like ineffective or anything, because I will say I love like the peek into like how much of a like ruthless badass Hummy can be. I just hope that like me role playing my character in that moment the way that I didn't take away. And no, to be honest,
like it was cool. Like I didn't know which way it was gonna go, and then like at some point in there, I was like, "Oh fuck, this guy is not gonna budge." And I'm like, "Well, let's just show how fucking badass he is. I'll just keep torturing him more, and he still won't budge." And I thought it kind of told our story in a fucking great way. Which, like, basically the reason I said that was to tie it together. Like, we didn't have that chemistry when we first kind of met in our first journey, so. Now we do, and it did, like, you're right, and the storytelling just keeps getting better.
And if I can kind of throw Corey under the bus a little bit, I was never really like, I wasn't gonna get pissed off anyway. Because when Corey started to notice what was happening with you, like with Hummy like cutting Axel with a knife and stuff, he DM'd me and he's like, hey, by the way, don't worry, like narratively we can say you get hurt, but like on paper you won't get any damage from this, so you're not in any danger of dying.
Yeah. I had to, because I was like, okay, so he's gonna start cutting him. All right, I figured you were gonna just start beating on him or something. But no, when you pulled out the knife, I was like, all right, well, okay. And I had to make sure that he knew, like, well, his new character isn't just gonna die, because I don't know how far Hummy was gonna take this. If he was gonna start just, I slit his throat, we can't learn anything from him.
One thing I'll say, I'm not Aurelius. I wouldn't have done anything sexual.
Well, to be fair, if anything sexual would have happened with a person that's unwilling, that you're gone from the group. I mean, that's just how that is, because I don't want that bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what?
Yeah.
I pull his cock out, start sucking it. All right, buddy, what are you gonna tell me? Like, bro, get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna tickle his taint.
You want to come in another man's mouth? I'm gonna turn you into a homosexual.
No, actually,
that's horrible.
I haven't gotten my daily recommended value of iron. Drop those pants. I'm gonna stuck those kidney stones straight out your balls.
Oh God. Jesus.
Nah, don't worry. Hummy's not Axel's type anyway.
Well, but that's my thing is it's just like, I didn't know how far fucking Hummy was gonna take it. So I was like, all right, well, in the worst case, just in case, he takes it to the.
I wasn't planning on killing him or anything. I was just planning on.
I didn't know that.
Being ruthless, and at some point during that, I knew he wasn't going to talk, so I just figured I'd be a ruthless son of a bitch until someone stepped in, which I think Kieran did or something. But
well, my thing is I wanted to have something in place just in case, because I feel a little bit better when there's a backup plan. Like, yeah, your character's not gonna die. They're narratively, yes, they're gonna get hurt. And yeah, they're gonna be mad, but I mean, if it was just like, well, Hummy's not gonna learn anything, so he's just gonna slit his throat. Just like, yeah, that's not happening. But it never came to be. So that I was very glad of.
Cool. You also went to bat for me with that Ohio thing, so I appreciate you.
Yeah, very true.
I know. Yeah. I know I act like it gets under my skin, but I love that we have like running jokes and shit.
Yeah, if I thought it really pissed you off, I'd stop saying it.
Oh, I mean, I'd tell you long before if it actually got. I would DM you, be like, hey, can you shut the fuck up?
Hey, can you stop being an asshole? I'm not from fucking Ohio, you son of a bitch.
No, well, I like that you ham it up though, Nick, because you'll be like, oh, come on with this Ohio bullshit. Or what was the one when you ran the special and I said something about Ohio? You go, Ohio does not exist in this universe. I was like, yeah, it's awesome.
Oh shit. But yeah, let's.
Yeah, it's not. They don't have Ohio. They don't have Ohio. They have Ehoe.
Ehoe. But let's talk about Tenley. The greedy goblin that is basically
that everyone loves to hate.
Basically named his name in Yiddish translates to "give me money." And yes, before anybody starts getting pissed off, because I know there's going to be those people like, oh, that's offensive, blah blah blah. I'm the one that came up with the name. I'm the one that gave Richy the idea of playing a Jewish goblin. And if anybody's
Jewish, right?
I'm half Jew, yeah. So anybody got a problem with it? Seriously, grow the fuck up. It's called
the term Jewish.
Yeah, it's called humor. And honestly, it was one of the best characters because not once did he. Oh no, you did do a couple Jew jokes in there, which god damn was that funny. I take out my 20-sided die and I just throw it down on the ground and start singing Hava Nikita Hava
while dancing on my money.
That shit had me dead. That had me dead, but
Yeah.
nowhere in that character was anything like really fucked up. Like you
Well, that's the
played.
thing,
Yeah, I
boss.
didn't
You
plan
know
on.
why?
I didn't even plan on doing. I didn't even plan on doing that. It just like I don't know. For some reason, it just like
It sounded
it hit me,
funny.
and I thought it was funny, and I'm like, and it's not like super. Like I'm not saying something. You know, you can go real far with those types of jokes and be
Oh,
really
of course.
like bad. You know, basically the little stereotype thing. I know that you think it's funny, and you created the character. I was like, I'm not going to hold back on that one.
Well, and that's my thing is I think playing up stereotypes is funny because I mean some of the stereotypes are just absolutely ridiculous. You know,
Yeah,
and
you
there's
got your,
stereotypes. There's stereotypes that are fucking true. But what point is fucking no, I mean I created the character, so the stereotypical shit, if you know, if any,
So basically, you're giving me a Jew pass to talk about Tenley.
pretty much.
Yeah, you got your J word pass.
Yeah, you got your J word pass. So
J-word pass.
please tell us about Tenley. Because
Yeah, so you gave me this character, and it was
I
like,
gave you the skeleton, but you gave it heart and soul.
yeah, this was only my second character, and what a lot of people probably don't know about me is that I'm a procrastinator and a total piece of shit when it's like, hey, look, make a character or do this, do this part of the D&D to get it ready. Like post your music on YouTube and stop letting it sit somewhere. I'm the worst person. I'm just fucking horrible at getting things done, which is really kind of weird because everybody at every job I've ever had loves me because I'm on top of everything and I'm like the taskmaster. But I'm gonna get better at that. I think some of it is just I'm kind of like, especially in the beginning, I was kind of scared. I didn't know how to do it, and I've always got this like thing like starting a project when I know nothing about it. So anyway, you gave me Tensley, and you made him. You told me that his name was Yiddish for "give me money," and he was like a little goblin, and I'm like, you know, going into it, I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. I can play this a lot of different ways, and I wasn't really necessarily gonna go with all the, you know, the cheap stereotypes. So when I finally got into the game, I'm like, well, I'm gonna give him all the cheap stereotypes, but we're not necessarily gonna make him Jewish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just a cheap goblin. And
And then you pulled out your
we ended up,
20-sided dreidel, and the writing was on the wall.
aside from that dreidel, I kept it away from the Jews. But yeah, I fucked it up at the end there. I couldn't help myself.
Aside from the dreidel, I kept it quite kosher.
Dreidel, I made it out of gold.
But no, you played the cheapskate goblin so damn well. You got a free bowl of soup, and the first thing my soup is a bit cold. Can I get it refunded? And it didn't dawn on me. It didn't dawn on me until I realized, wait a minute, he got this fucking soup for free. And he's trying to, holy shit. That's this slick motherfucker.
If you don't try, you don't get any money, is what they say. And so yeah, that was fun. The 20-sided die thing was just like, I had to roll for something towards the end, and I was just like, oh shit, that looks like a dreidel, because I had one of those like dice rollers that was online, so it actually came and rolled, and I was like, oh man, I gotta use it. You get a joke in my head. It's very hard for me not to tell it. But you know, that was the end of it. The beginning, like the whole part of it is I just played the character. He was a cheapskate.
Yeah.
And all he cared about was money. And I mean, I think one of the things you said is like, you don't care what happens or who gets hurt as long as the job gets done. And you know, when I saw all the treasure and all the, when I saw all the treasure and all the gold, I was like, oh, okay, I can make this fight happen, and we can take all their money.
And the fact that you fucking played that part out absolutely perfect.
And then so we got to this cave where there's these other I think there were a whole other race of people. I don't know, but there were some group of people that were living in the cave, and
the kobolds.
Yeah, and they weren't necessarily like nefarious. They weren't. They also it was kind of hard to say if they're good or bad guys, but they were kind of pissed off because of things that had already happened to them. Um, and they spoke some language that only I could speak. So I was just lying left and right about what everyone said, and they were like, "What the?" Everyone's like, "What the fuck?" Um, I think Yuri the rat, he kind of had a feeling I was trying to start some shit, but by the time he figured everything out, it was too late, and we were at war with these guys. And I stuffed a body full of gold and just dragged a dead body back to town with gold and asked
Shit.
everyone for money, at my head out. You'd notice the only time I really got upset was when some of my treasure ended up in a dragon's mouth,
Yep.
and I killed the dragon, and that was like really the only time I really raged out. And I'm like, "Give me my money!" Start like just fucking opening them up with my dagger.
Oh my God. Your mic just peaked so hard.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Nice.
It was beautiful.
I just started yelling. I tried to do it like in Tinsley's voice, but so it was just fucking so much fun to play that role. And I guess what we call it, like a chaotic character, is probably what I was more than anything.
I would say your character was chaotic evil. And the reason your character was chaotic evil is because you did some evil shit. But there was a lot of chaos. You were causing a lot of chaos behind it. So that way nobody really had any chance to realize what was going on. I mean, so much so that your character took hold of the narrative and fucking ran with it. Had everything so fucked up that all the players forgot what they were fucking there for. Oh, we're here to kill kobolds. We're here to make money. It's like, no, you're here to find out basically who killed this kid and who's been killing people. But hey,
Yeah. Yeah. I think I a lot of people's stories got bad, but I thought it made especially Yuri, I thought it made your character really so much better, because you were trying to do the right thing, and you just got fucking manipulated into doing the wrong thing. And really, you didn't have much of a choice in the matter. And it was it made your story so much better, because it's everyone always gets what they want in the movies or in any type of TV show or something. Your character didn't. You didn't get that ending that you wanted, and it was just I don't know. To me, I love that type of shit, because I get sick of Hollywood movies. There's always a big happy ending and all that. What happens if the bad guy
actually wins? Yeah, I mean, this is not an episode about my characters, but I'll just say real quick, me and Corey kind of agreed, your story is not over. He still has a story that needs to be written, and stuff that he needs to figure out.
Lee or Yuri?
I'm Yori, Yori. But yeah, but yeah, that's part of why I had the idea of, oh, we can use the AI thing to do his discography. He's still gonna be making music, but he's definitely damaged from that whole adventure, and he's still got a lot of healing to go through and stuff to figure out, and his story's not over. So I'm definitely going to be revisiting Yori at some point. Maybe not
in the Hasidim. Just so you know, in the Hasidim, we pronounce it Yuri. Yuri is how we say it.
Holy shit!
I'm sorry. Keep going. I'm
sorry.
Well,
no, I was gonna interject, and also another reason why I was fine with you playing Tenley Kesef is because I know you've been around Jews. Being where you're at, I know you've been around Jews. I know you've seen how they act and all that. And I know that you could really emulate that. And I swear to God, while you were playing Tenley, now granted you were playing him a bit.
And if any of those Jews are listening right now, I want my fucking money back. But please keep going.
But yeah, there was a few things you'd done and said that I was just like, oh my God, this is something that I would hear at either Hanukkah or Passover. One of my families
from the Diamond District.
Oh, shit fucking killed me. I was like, God damn, that's funny. And then when you sang
I really like other cultures. I get into them, and I think racial humor is funny. I grew up with a bunch of cousins who were you know, every freaking nationality you could imagine. And we all fucking made fun of each other. People made fun of me because I'm half Italian. Like, we were all half white, like completely like European mix of white. And you know, that's how we grew up. Like, my black cousin would say we have little dicks. It's probably true. We would
I
make
like
fun
how
of my
you
Puerto
said
Rican cousin.
were.
We would make fun
I
of
like
my
how you said. I like how you said were if you transmuted races when you turned 18.
Jesus.
Sorry, go on.
He's like, I'm done. I'm done.
But so I find that shit funny, and I don't really take a lot of offense to it. I'm just used to being in an environment where it's not like,
Yeah,
no one's going crazy and saying like really fucked up shit.
No.
That's one thing. Like, I won't
it's
go, like, I'm not even gonna say like where you're crossing the line, but everyone knows there's jokes that are like crossing the lines when you talk about violence, or you just say like they're, talk about their whole culture is like a piece of shit. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But I like to, kind of tease the culture and shit like that. And I have no problem when people do it to me either.
yeah. I think that's like humor. I think it's all about how it's delivered, how it's intended. Like I same thing as you. Me and Corey we both live in California. I'm sure Corey, you've experienced too. Like, neighborhood. There's you grew up with kids of like every race, every color, speaking every which language and stuff, and it's just like me and Max, our best friend is half black, like a quarter native and like a quarter white, and we make fun of him saying like, oh, you look like a Milano cookie,
I'm not racist. I have a black friend. That's what that sounded like.
Shoot, boy, I got four black tires and a color TV.
Oh shit.
That's my but it's all about how it's approached, right? Like, I feel like you can make jokes that a lot of people would like clutch their pearls and be like, that's so horrible, how can you say that? But you can't really get mad about it if the guy you're telling the joke about is laughing. It's used like in our community, like in my group of friends, all the dark humor, like racial humor and stuff, it's always seen as a term of endearment, because I don't joke with people that I don't rock with, like, if I don't like you, even if I was the type of person to be blatantly racist, which I'm not, but if I was, I wouldn't be making jokes about you. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't fuck with you. You know what I mean? Like, my best friends are black and Indian and Pakistani, and it's like I make jokes about them all the time. They make jokes about me being trailer trash and fucking my cousin. And it's like we all laugh because we know it's not meant to razz us or rile us up. It's just it's how we
all
come
laugh
up for each other.
And then I go tell my cousin that I'm fucking the joke. She laughs too. But no, I mean, here's my thing with humor that has racial humor. There has to be a good punchline. If the punchline is literally, "Oh, you're black. Oh, you're Jew. Oh, you're Mexican," it's like,
It's just, it's just stupid.
It's like give me something there to actually go, "Oh shit, that's funny."
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And the only reason I brought that up is because I know there are some people that are going to get pissed about it. And hey, look, you're never going to hear anything like completely horrible or terrible from us. And if that's not your style, then hey, probably shouldn't be listening. But
well, and to be completely fair,
we have a habit of pushing the line in every context.
Well,
yeah, exactly. We do push the line in every context. So if we say something that offends you, we just might not be your style. Like, there's a lot of people that will like what we do, and there will be some that, hey, that's too much for me.
Yeah, if you're saying that what we say offends you, what we joke about offends you, and you've stuck around this long, you're either a masochist or it doesn't really bother you as much as you say it does.
Yeah, it's like if you don't like sex jokes, don't go to a fucking Andrew Dice Clay show. That shows how old I am.
No kidding.
That shows how fucking old I am. Oh.
Yeah, very true. Shit. My first Andrew Dice Clay thing I ever saw, fucking, it was, I think I was 16.
I can already tell this motherfucker has a cigarette in his mouth.
No, that's a paintbrush.
A paintbrush? Oh, you're painting minis?
Yeah, I'm painting right. Jolteon right now. Because I was looking at it. That yellow was a little shitty. But I'm
one joke that stuck in my head. I was a kid, so I was like, just that potty humor was so.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Even more so than it is now. And he said something. So I'm banging this chick, right? And she tells me, she says, how are all my friends gonna know that I fucked the Dice Man? So I say, boom, honey, here's your receipt. Oh, that and the nursery rhymes were great.
The nursery rhymes fucking killed me. He's like, there once was an old lady who lived in a shoe who had 12 fucking kids, a fucking uterus fell out.
That's
Little
one of
Mi-
the best ones.
Little Miss Muffet sat on her buffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a Spidey, sat right beside you and said, hey, bitch, what's in the bowl?
You're gonna kill Nick. Her uterus
Oh
fell
my
out.
God. No, it's because deep in the fucking recesses of my brain, I remember when I was a little kid watching my uncle watch a fucking Andrew Dice set, and I remember that joke, and it just came to the front of my mind. And I remember when I was a kid, I didn't laugh at it because I didn't know what it meant because I was like 8.
Yeah,
I think that's probably
like,
his best nursery rhyme ever.
yeah. The what was
You're
it?
you're expecting it to rhyme, and he just instead of rhyming, he just goes, "Her uterus fell out."
Or Mother Hubbard went to her cupboard to fetch a dog a bone. Old Mother Hubbard bent over, or Grover took over.
And gave her a bone of his own. What a fucking
This guy. Yeah, no, Andrew Dice Clay, man, that motherfucker had me dying. But we're getting sidetracked, Richie.
Yeah.
God, your
But
guys...
yeah, so I think we could probably wrap this up about Tinsley. Like the one other thing I'd say is I'd love to play him again. I think he's probably my favorite character that I've played so far. It just like I don't know. It was mostly I think it was all just off the top of my head stuff I was saying, and it just felt right, and it was just I don't know. Maybe I am fucking part Jewish. All these New York Jews I've been hanging out with because it was just like it was so fun. I enjoyed it so much.
Well, and that's the thing.
Yeah, it's rubbing off on you like a gold test.
Yeah. Damn, that was good. That was good.
That's fucking hilarious.
He said it's rubbing off on you like a gold test.
You're gonna kill me. You got me coughing.
Holy fuck! I made him hawk up all one. Good lord! Now we're even.
That was Corey that did that to you.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah, I did that.
Now we owe him. Now we both owe him one.
Oh, Jesus. Typical Italian. Bringing other people in here. Hey, you want to give me a hand? I got this this bag of trash that's a bit too heavy for me. I got to take it out there to the woods. You know what I'm saying?
So after Tenley Kesef, what happened? What was the next character?
He had D-Piddy.
Had D-Piddy.
It was D-Piddy,
Yeah.
yep. And
Our
that
boy for life.
That intro that
one-
D-Piddy had, fucking, I mean,
Ooh-woo.
took me out. That intro absolutely killed me.
I was really sad about that because I had written I had written so many like not like ahead of time, but while we were sitting there playing, I wrote so many Diddy verses that I was going to do like every time I tried to inspire people and all that. And I only got to use like a few of them. I'm going through my pad here and I think I already threw out all those notes,
but they were all gold though. Like what was it like? Yeah, I'm D-Piddy. Me and my homies get in bed, make the sheets all shitty or something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines.
He was like, the
That one,
name's
I was-
D-Piddy. Hit your homie from the back, leave your sheets all shitty. Barred boy for life.
That one, I was like sitting there driving and I was doing DoorDash. I was trying to get the order done and get the fuck home. And
Chasing
so
the bag.
literally while I didn't have a job and it was just I don't know, it was just one of those things. So I was literally walking up to this guy's door and I had the phone in my hand and it was lit up. So I think he thought I took like a video of him or something because I was literally with the DoorDash thing. You call on me, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I wish I had like 20 more seconds. So you call on me, I get out of the car with his food, and I start walking up the sidewalk, and I'm like, yeah, they call me P. Diddy, hit your home, or D. Piddy. D. Piddy. He has nothing to do with P. Diddy. They just happen to rhyme. Yeah, they call me D Piddy. Hit you from the back and make your sheets all shitty. And everybody explodes in laughter. And as everybody's exploding in laughter, he's opening up his door and he gives me this like dirty look because he was like this fat, greasy guy in like his underwear and shit. And he probably thought like I was recording him and making fun of him or something. You know what I mean? And he just looked at me like he gave me like a look of death. And I was just like, yeah, I kept it warm for. I put you guys on mute. I was like, hey, I kept it warm for you. I hope you enjoy. And he was just still staring at me like I was an asshole the whole way back, which I am, but not for, I didn't do anything to him. And
They're like, here you go, you fat fuck.
and yeah, that character was fun. That was another one. You kind of gave me a couple of ideas, Corey, and I don't remember what the other one was I had to choose from.
So it was two choices. It was because I was just like, all right, you've played a kind of a funny character. I wanted to try to get you to play a serious character, and I couldn't think of a funny character to kind of just toss out there. So I was like, let's have him play because I was trying to get you to play like this religious fucking, this very serious religious character, and I was like, with everything going on with the P Diddy. I was just like, you know what, fuck it. Let's have D Piddy. Fuck it. And yeah, you ended up choosing him.
Yeah,
I was like, all right.
one.
All right, cool.
And actually, I think that was the first time I actually picked my own stats for the character. Or at least had some input on them. So I was starting to...
I was about to say, yeah, me and you sat down and talked about it. And I said, okay, well, how do you want to divvy out your stats? And we divvied them out. And yeah, it was all good. Very charismatic. He was a bard, of course. So, he'd sing and dance. But yeah, I think it was a good character.
Yeah, that was what I wanted too. I wanted the character to be, very high in like the charisma. Always have to spit out some bars in order to accomplish what he's trying to do, whatever spell or whatever he's trying to do. And it was pretty cool. And he was a bard, so he actually founded Bard Boy Records.
Well, and
we need to make a Bard Boy Records T-shirt at some point.
Well, and the other thing is fucking,
that definitely needs to happen.
His story's not over. Him and the other group or the other group of people are in purgatory, awaiting that story. So it'll be interesting to pick up, whenever we do get to that, pick up where that left off. Because yeah, I mean, it'd be funny. Oh, hey, D Piddy. Oh, they know you here? Oh yeah, everyone knows me here. There's a bunch of demons like your work.
Yeah, that would be fucking fantastic. I think I talked some shit to that, whatever that evil spiritual being was, too. And I was like, I thought I already sold my soul to you. What are you talking about?
Yeah, some shit.
Yeah, that was good.
Some shit. It was funny. It was good.
Yeah.
I gotta say, D Piddy and Kirsch were spotlighting that whole campaign or that whole one shot, and it was amazing.
Oh fuck
Kirsch?
yeah!
That was the
Aurelius's character. It was based off of Shrek, yeah. And then Donkey, where he's like, "I like waffles."
And the donkey.
Feed me their
souls,
Kirsch.
I wish to watch you pluck an infant's teeth out of its head, Kirsch. Their screams bring me joy. Do you see the newborn over there, Kirsch? Bring it to me, so I must flay it alive. Bite its head casing like an orange.
Oh, fuck. Jesus, I was just bringing 40K lore into this, but damn. God.
What was the name of that? I wanted to look that up. I kind of want to see those again. I want to go over. I remember
it was the small
punchlines in there.
Yeah, Small Tales.
Small Tales episode 2.
I think it's funny how at first we were calling them one shots. I think Small Tales is a better kind of rebrand to it.
Yeah,
they're not one shots. Like I think the second one we spent like 3 weekends recording them. Right, it was like 3 Saturdays.
Yeah, it was. They weren't one shots. They were short stories. So I was like, let's call them Small Tales. Fuck it.
And it especially worked because the first one with Yori and Tenley and Giovanni and Kugler, like they were all like halfling size races, like goblin, halfling, you know.
Yeah.
They're all super small, so it actually works.
Works, yeah. It means two things.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick break because I gotta take a piss and a shit. So I'll be right back.
I was just gonna ask if we could take a quick break so I could piss. So yeah, I'll see you in a sec.
Gotta blow my asshole out. But all right. Now the fucking piece de la resistance. Hummy cans. Richie,
Hummy cans.
tell us about Hummy
White
cans.
hand.
Because what was it? I think all I did was help you with the character's stats. I think you came up with everything after that.
Oh.
He don't want to talk. He's being bashful. He dropped out of the call.
Oh, there it is.
Can y'all hear me? Okay, I was having a problem.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, yeah, that was a really cool fucking one shot.
Oh, about D Piddy?
No, the 3-hour story about the asshole at the HOA.
Oh, yeah, fuck you. But yeah, tell us about Hummy cans. Give us a deep dive.
Okay, yeah. Just to wrap up, D Piddy, that was a really fun character too. I like to consider myself a creative type, and
Sorry, I'm looking for my list.
I love to put together things that rhyme and shit like that, and just I don't know. I'm a very creative type, so that allowed me to do all that. I'd love to play that character again too. I had a lot of fun, a lot of punchlines, a lot of fun stuff. So then, Hummy cans. I don't know. I'm trying to think how I came up with the idea for the character.
Was that sound your zipper?
Well, somebody's got to suck his own dick.
Let me finish off this last little piece of crust here, and then I'll be good.
He said,
okay. No, honest to God, it sounded like a zipper, like a fly being undone.
He's like, yeah, I like to pull the wings off of flies. What of it?
My digestive system is kind of advanced from eating a lot of spaghetti and meatballs, like by the pound.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
From a very young age. I make some weird noises.
Back in the roaring 20s, huh?
So, yeah, I can't remember how I came up with that idea. I think I was
He was 4 hours into a late night gooning sesh, and genius struck him.
I was watching cuckold porn. No, I was thinking about these these little softies that we have running around society now. Like, men aren't even men; they're just like
these damn liberals,
little feminine versions of men. Yeah, you could say that. You could say that.
Femboys.
Yeah, we all know I was thinking that. And so I wanted to have this, like, just this soft ass pussy dude who was, basically gave his wife to another guy because she said it would make her happy. He's a big time feminist. And I thought having this terribly pathetic guy would be a lot of fun to play and explore, because he's going to get into all these situations. People are going to ask him questions about what happened. And I think it really played out a lot of, fun in the storytelling. But then I also I want to have this guy be no good in a fight because he's such a pussy. But then, what if he needs to fight? Well, okay, the main thing, if he needs to fight, he can purge the demons, so to speak. Fap. And upon purging the demons, he can fight at full strength. Otherwise, he's fighting at half strength. And I thought that would be like a lot of fun to kind of explore that character and this fucking wuss bag every once in a while gets to be a badass. And, Corey with his amazing dungeon master skills had the idea that maybe he's former military, so when he is charged up, he's actually very smart and very
Tactical.
tactical and able, you know, with a firearm too. So
Oh yeah, no.
that character is a lot of fun, and we're in the middle of that. When you guys first found me, I was tied up by that woman, and I was like getting tortured, but it's almost like I liked it, and that was fun to play.
Yeah, I had to think of a way to get you introduced. That was the hard part, but then I was like, oh well, it would make sense, you know. And then
and I played into it with you. Like when you said like, oh, there's a guy over there, I knew you were talking about me, so I started like making these fucking noises and shit and moans.
I'm kind of glad Runt wasn't alive to see that.
Oh shit. Nah, fucking I wish
but it's kind of fun to play like both sides of that character because it's like a real duality there, and I enjoy that.
Oh, I really wish Aurelius would have read that fucking journal a little sooner. Because, yeah, you know, it tells a story we've already covered, but it tells a story of how basically you were picking off this raider group one by one, and they sent everything they had at you, and the only way they caught you was basically pass the fuck out just from exhaustion, whether that was you've been up for days on end killing people or you beat one out. Who knows? But yeah,
dehydration just from losing all that seed.
Pretty much just spilling it all over the floor.
All that hemoglobin.
Hemoglobin's blood. And we're talking cum.
Well, yeah, but by the fifth or sixth one that day, you know.
Yeah, there's a little bit of
mix
blood.
Of both.
Okay, I have to ask. You don't have to tell us. You don't have to say what it really is if this is the case, but is Hummy Cans his actual name?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, his parents were not very smart.
So tell us early life of Hummy.
So Hummy was he was in the what the fuck is it? The Brotherhood of Steel?
So yeah, your character is in the Brotherhood of Steel. The only one that knows that, you know, you are is Axel. Because you outright told him. No one else knows.
And he was definitely not much of a fighter. He got bullied a lot. And you know, no one really respected him as a fighter, but he had he's very high IQ. So as much of a wuss bag as he was, he made his way up the ranks just by getting a military education, learning tactics, learning how to, you know, plan out a battle, how to make sure that you give yourself the advantage before you go into battle. And over time, he became a lot tougher. Not with his wife, though. He met a woman named Dolores Ophelia Muffintop, who actually just released a song on Barboy Records. Get ready to... She just signed the deal. The song should be out very soon. And she, kind of bossed him around, walked all over him. And he's still this kind of... Even though he's learned how to fight a little bit and he's gone through all this military training, he's a simp. He's just a total wuss bag, and let her walk all over him. And one day a carnival came to town, and Cephas was running the booth where you shoot darts at balloons. Hummy's sitting there trying to win her a prize, and Cephas is making eyes with Dolores, staring at her belt area, her belt region.
Her poon.
And yeah. Hummy doesn't even notice it. He's like, "Oh, am I doing a good job?" And he's trying to, win her a prize. And she decides that she wants to invite Cephas back to their dwelling for some fun. And, Hummy didn't really put up much of a fight. And he said, "I don't know if that's a good idea." And she said, "Well, it would make me happy." He's like, "Okay, I want you to be happy." She's like, "I'll always love you. You'll always be my best friend." And that, anytime she says something like that, Hummy just says, "Okay."
Jesus Christ.
Cephas proceeds to fuck the shit out of Hummy's wife, and she leaves with him. And the only thing he ever gets from her is from time to time a letter saying, you know, please send some caps, and I still consider you a good friend. So Hummy's, you know, he's just still in that bitch mode. But when he purges the demons, when he gets that dumb full of cum attitude gone, you know, jacks off, he you know, he has that post purge clarity for, you know, the rest of the day. And he's actually a pretty bad motherfucker when he has his head right. He's just too much of a cuck. He was taught, you know, he went to California public schools, the new California Republic schools.
Still not as bad as Ohio schools, Axel will tell you.
Yeah, fucking Akron.
Yep.
Akron, Ohio.
Dude, I laughed out loud so fucking hard when I looked it up on the fucking follow wiki, and I found there was established lore for Akron specifically.
That's fucking perfect.
That's awesome.
It said, and I quote, Akron was not affected by the bombs that dropped on the states, but in the post-war era, it quickly became overrun with raiders peddling drugs and guns. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's pretty accurate for Ohio.
Shit. Fucking hell. Yeah, no.
So that's Hummy's backstory. It's kind of a, you know, a strange story. You would think, what the fuck is wrong with this guy to put this in there? But that's how I came up with it. And I'm really enjoying playing this character. I like him.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting.
I enjoy a lot not only how, like, when the switch flips when he purges, like, not only does his skills like improve drastically, but he also, like, when he's in that post purge state, he doesn't take shit from anybody.
Yeah, he becomes a man.
Yeah, like he's more headstrong than Axel, I would say.
Yeah, I guess I gave him that on accident, probably because it was just like, maybe I was trying to overplay it just because the fact, like, once he purges those demons, like, I definitely want people to realize there's a big difference in him.
Yeah, no, but it's good. I like it.
I like the fact, like, the little stuff that I throw in there, the little details. Like, whenever he jacks off, he reads a letter from Dolores, and whenever he gets to the part where she says, "I still want to be friends," or "I consider you a good friend," he blows his load. And you know, the little shit like that I get to throw in there. That's really what I do this for. I love it,
dude. The fact that the first time he did that, Bush called you White Hand. Oh my! I don't know if you can hear it on recording. I might have muted my microphone, but I remember laughing so hard I actually almost passed out. I got so lightheaded.
Dude, that shit fucking killed me. When he called you White Hands, I was like, because I didn't catch it at first. I was like, because I thought he always called you White Hands. I was like, oh shit, White Hand. Well, that makes sense.
A little fun fact too for anyone who doesn't know, we never really got the original reaction from when I first purged the demons, because it was basically a surprise for everybody, because the recording had stopped, so we had to re-record it.
Yeah,
happens.
Everybody troopered up for that one. That was like 6 hours of straight recording.
Oh my god, and it was fucking 3 of it just catching up to, or no, it was like 2 of it just redoing what we had already gone through. You can hear it in the recording where we're just kind of like, all right, let's trooper through this bullshit. Let's get it done. You know, because I mean the problem with the problem with a fucking OBS is it rat fucks you hard.
Yeah, well, that's why every time we record now, I always say, is anyone recording secondary? Because I still got to figure out why I can't pick up other people's audio on my end. Otherwise, I would be recording secondary.
Yeah, no, that shit blew my fucking mind. Because I thought we were recording. It said recording, but it captured nobody's fucking audio. I was like, motherfucker. Like, that shit sucked.
Yeah, and we've got some real cool content from our Wasteland stuff. Like, around that time, we discovered Suno, this AI app to make music, and I've got a trilogy for Hummy, and I want to make it a quadrilogy. I want to make a song for, when Hummy purges the demons. But Axel also, you made a song for the actual episode, one of the episodes we did, and it was fire. It was great. It was a rock song.
I don't know if I've showed. I might have showed Corey, but I have plans for Axel in the future. Obviously, who knows how they're going to actually shake out. But I made a song like based off of a very specific key moment that I hopefully will get to address later on down the road in Axel's story specific. But I won't spoil anything. And I think I showed Corey, and it's a really good song.
Nice, that's awesome. You made like an origin song for him too, which was really good.
Yep.
Well, I definitely dig your guys' characters. Hummy is a very funny character, but there's layers to him that I'm sure we'll end up seeing. Like, what is, one of my questions is what is Hummy's mission in the Commonwealth from the Brotherhood of Steel? Be interesting to see when and if that ever comes up, because eventually I would think either Axel is going to say like, hey, this, that, the other, did you know? Or,
No.
Some shit, because it's never come up that Hummy's Brotherhood of Steel, except that one time he dropped it. Brotherhood of Steel Special Forces. I'm here to get the shit out of you.
That's probably gonna be something we have to address at some point.
Well, at some point it definitely will come up. But tell us about Bard Boy Records, because that's something you're extremely proud of. So let's get into that.
Let me get Diddy in here for a second here.
Oh, shit, man's getting into character.
Here, get this headset, Playboy. Oh, that's for me?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's for you. They're gonna let me plug my shit, right? Yeah, you can plug your shit. I like it, Daddy.
God.
Hey, what's up, Playboys?
How's it going, D. Piddy?
Oh, problems with the law. People testing my jaw. It's not the best day I've ever had, but hard boy for life. We're gonna get through this.
Did you say somebody's testing your jaw? They hit you in the face? Closed fists?
Oh, they're doing all types of stuff with my jaw. They got baby oil in the joint, if you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
So how y'all doing? Let's start this out. Before we plug my shit, I'd like to talk to y'all a little bit. What's going on, fellas?
Shit.
Not much, man. We were just waiting for the man of the hour, and lo and behold, here he is. Say his name, and he shall appear.
My man, Nick. Let me ask you something. I'm gonna ask you both this. Nick, if I start with you, Nick, do you sleep on your stomach or your back?
I'm kind of like a side sleeper. I'll sleep like kind of like half on my stomach, half on my side.
I like it, Daddy. I like it. I can work with that. How about you, Corey? How you sleep?
I sleep on stomach, brother.
That's my man, Daddy. I love it, Daddy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We gotta get you to the crib when I get out of here, and we'll maybe do something. We have a little party or something.
Let me ask you real quick, Piddy.
Yeah.
Is it true that you sleep on velvet sheets, or at least you used to?
Yeah, sometimes I get a little shitty, but yeah. Nothing feels better than that velvet, Daddy. I'm telling you. You want to get some sheets? We could make a whole day out of it. We could have a little party. Before the party, we'll go out shopping. We'll get some sheets. We'll get some new clothes. I'll pay for it. No big deal.
No one's ever offered to take me shopping before. I feel pretty.
Diddy makes you feel pretty, baby. Everybody knows that.
Diddy makes you feel pretty before he makes your sheets all shitty.
Excuse me, I'm recovering from a cold still a little bit. Sorry about that.
Hey, that's all right. We got some concoctions that could fix that. We could get dinner. We could get drinks. We could do all that, Daddy.
Yeah, I'll take like some NyQuil or some Tylenol PM if you got it.
That Pill Cosby special.
Okay, Daddy. Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you, side sleeper. I'd really like to heal Corey. You got anything going on?
No.
Feeling under the weather?
No, I'm good. I got
Man, sleeps on his stomach like a real OG. All right, let me see here.
So
I just
you know
took
what?
a bath. I had to get all the meek mills off of me. Y'all have any questions before we plug this track or what?
Yeah, you think maybe you could drop a freestyle for us? Let's hear a freestyle.
Yeah, let's do 8 bars.
I'll try to do 8. I know I could do at least 1 or 2. Is Diddy in the house? Ain't no cheap thrills. You sell me your soul? Ask Meek Mills. The baby oil's popping. Bard Boy ain't stopping. Left Meek with a big check, and he was gaping and rotten. I like the slim men, not too big or fatty. Sleep on your stomach. That's what I'm talking about, Daddy. Bar Boy, yeah, Bar Boy for life. How's that?
Oh, that was great. That was great, D. Piddy.
Yeah, that's how we do around here. Bar Boy, baby. Bar Boy for life.
Bar Boy for life.
Bar Boy for life.
Speaking of, why don't we plug your label, Bard Boy Records?
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, what my latest song is so we started, and I mean, we were almost in a whole nother dimension, a whole nother universe. There was this wizard named BA.T.R. and it was a rock and roll group. You know, I'm not one dimensional. I love hip hop. I'm hip hop till I die. But if someone makes a good song like a rock song, they made one about him called "When the Cock Crows." Balthazar was an amazing character. He was an amazing guy. He was a wizard, and he knew this special type of magic called cock magic. And he was mad good at it, son. Mad good at it. He got locked up just like I'm locked up one time. And, he persevered just like me. I'm going to persevere. And, after that, we got into some R&B. My man Bo Cephas made a love song. One of my other artists made a song about this guy named Hummy. And I think Bo Cephas was a part of that story too. I don't know what happened as far as all the shenanigans goes on. You know me. I don't get into any of that weird sex shit. But what else? And we got the latest track. If you want to hear it, latest track was this woman named Dolores. This is a beautiful love soul song that'll make you horny. I call it Motorola for your assahola. You're gonna love this. So yeah, I'll play this track. Should I just go on a stream and start playing?
I mean, yeah.
I mean that'll work.
If it comes through, great. If it doesn't, I'll add it in post.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see what I could do about this here.
Jesus Christ. We're gonna have
just so y'all know, if anything comes up, this is that Richy dude's browser history. It is not mine. Let's see, Justin Bieber XXX. No.
What are you looking up, Piddy?
Trying to find this track.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Am I sharing the screen yet? Is it?
No, not yet.
It's not popping up. We're having some technical difficulties, folks. Please be patient.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Oh man. I'm wondering what the fuck we're gonna see on this man's fucking stream.
Probably if you're still having difficulties, D. Piddy, maybe Maybe you could send the link to Boz, or send the file to Boz, and then stream it.
Yo, Richie's shit crashed. Richie got a trash computer.
Oh no!
You can't even you can't live stream like from my private cameras at my house. You can't even live stream it and be on a podcast at the same time. That is whack. That shit is whack.
Well, that might actually be my fault. See, when me and Boz made this podcast, I decided to use some multi-planar magic so we kind of record it through all the planes and all the realms. So I haven't found a way to downsize.
There we go.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing, Playboy. It's all good. It's all good. I see you on your side, Playboy.
All right. I think it's coming through now. Let's pop in here. Yep. There it is.
Yeah.
Like I said, Motorola for your asshole. Y'all gonna love this. And it's taking a minute to pop up. There's a lot of
That's all right. We can be patient, man. We cleared our schedule for you today.
I appreciate that, Daddy. I appreciate that. Man, Nick.
This man.
Side sleeper. I love you, man. I don't say that to most dudes, but I'll take you shopping anytime.
Fuck. Oh shit.
I mean, I do need a new pair of jeans. My work jeans are kind of worn out. They're getting a little worn out in the seat.
Goop loops.
Oh, Daddy, that's just a small jingle, a commercial I was making for a couple of close friends. You know who I'm talking to. But yeah, them jeans, we can take care of that problem, Daddy. That's nothing. All right, let me know if you can hear this. I'm gonna play the shit version first.
Yep.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, we can hear it. It's a little quiet though.
All right. Okay, so we'll pump up the volume.
And
this is it, baby. This is it, Daddy. So this is straight from the wasteland. This is Dolores.
I'm Dolores Ophelia. Dolores Ophelia, muffin top that is, and I'll blow your I'm Dolores, and I'm here to have some fun. Got my titties in an old ass bra and my hair up in a bun. I like 'em tall, dark, and hella hung. Sorry, Mr. Chung, but if you're a man with a pet snake in his pants, then take me to the floor, 'cause I'm ready to dance. I boss around the weak and party with the strong. Some girls like 'em smaller, I like 'em thick and long. I'm Dolores, I'll mix that dough into a bowl. You'll come home to my cookies and I'll swallow you whole. My mouth has got the key to your soul. I'll suck out that fine brown soul. I like my chicken baked, but if it gets you inside, then I'll get in the kitchen and every day we'll eat it fried. My hips do dips, my ass has class. My flaps are clean, my ass pristine. And my tongue will get you sprung. Got a magic trick if you'd like to see. I can turn your soft hot dog into a mighty oak tree. They call me the Sildenafil Thrill. I'll get your heart so quick. I know the way to a man's heart. It's spinning on his dick. I'm Dolores, I'll mix that dough into a bowl. You'll come home to my cookies and I'll swallow you whole. My mouth has got the key to your soul. I'll suck out that fine brown soul. These hips were made for motion, my body made to spin. My mouth will get you started and my flaps will lock you in. I'm Dolores and I won't apologize. Take me behind the tilt-a-whirl and give me a surprise. Met you with my husband and we went on the run. His pea shooter was cute, but your rifle's my new gun. Oh, sock it to me, Daddy! I'm Dolores, I'll mix that dough into a bowl. You'll come home to my cookies and I'll swallow you got that fine brown soul. Send some caps, send your girl some caps. I still wanna be friends, baby.
That was awesome.
It's Bar Boy for life, Daddy. It's Bar Boy for life. That Dolores, she ain't lying either. That mouth can do some things. You ever go to the carnival?
I've never been. I haven't had the luxury yet.
She's the best employee at them wasteland carnivals now. Ooh, you should see the tricks she does.
Does it involve a ping pong ball?
It involves a basketball.
Fuck. I've seen this.
I'm glad to
I've
see
seen
the
this
party.
trick.
My bad.
I've seen this trick in Thailand.
Yeah, even the donkeys love her. Oh man. So yeah, that's the latest track, Bar Boy for Life. We're gonna start releasing them real soon. We got Tales from the Wasteland by Axel. I think he's got his own thing going on, but we're gonna try and sign him too. It's gonna be a hell of a year in the music industry. Let me tell you.
You gotta be careful. It sounds like you said sign him too. You fucking gonna start running into problems with Tenley Kesef.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for him.
Yeah, he's a big name. He's a big name. I have to check my video record, see if I know anything about that guy.
Shit.
You know what? You know what, D-Piddy? I think I actually had Bocephus in my little home studio space here a few months ago, actually.
Oh, no shit. You better check your contracts, bro. You better check your contracts. We got him signed long time ago. But I hope whatever he's doing, I hope it's dope. I know it's dope if he's working with you.
Thanks, I appreciate that, man.
All right. So, what do you say, fellas? We're gonna end this with Bar Boy for life.
You got that song?
I tell you, no. I'll just say it like this: we got the side sleeper, we got the stomach sleeper. Middle of the night, everyone's drunk. We got D-Piddy the creeper, and that's Bar Boy for life.
Master! Bass on the left and slacker on the right. Two idiots who masturbate all night, talking about nothing at all, just throwing shit at the wall. This tavern's got no atmosphere. Ever since we stepped in here, pull up a chair and pick up a drink, 'cause we got topics that'll make you not think. Master! B.A.T.R.